Hello everyone, welcome to the Selenium live training. Thanks a lot for being here and participating in live training. This is Software Mohan here. Basically, I'm a corporate trainer and I do conduct a lot of online training. Today, first day of Selenium training, I'm going to give you the best ever introduction to Selenium functional automation testing tool. Before we go ahead and jump into the training, I hope I'm audible to everyone. If any issues, please follow the instructions provided in the email sent to you earlier. Let's start now. What is Selenium? What exactly is Selenium? Selenium is an open source, a free functional automated testing suite tool for web-based applications across multiple browsers and platforms. It's quite similar to HP's UFT, Unified Functional Testing, or QTP, Quick Test Professional, Functional and Regression Automation Testing tool. Selenium mainly focuses on automating web applications. Selenium is not just a single software like UFT, it's a suite of softwares, each providing to different testing needs of an organization. It's absolutely most preferred and popular functional automating testing tool in the market right now. Who created Selenium? Selenium was created by Jason Huggins in 2004, a software engineer at ThoughtWorks. When he was working on web applications at ThoughtWorks, he required frequent testing, having realizing the repetition of manual testing has become more and more inefficient. He created the JavaScript program that would automatically control the browser actions. He named this program as JavaScript Test Runner. Seeing potential in this idea to automate other web applications, he made JavaScript Runner open source, and which renamed later as Selenium Core. Selenium works with different browsers: Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Safari, Opera, and so on. Selenium supports multiple operating systems: Windows, Mac, Linux, Unix, Android, iOS, Solaris, and so on. And also it supports multiple programming languages: Java, C Sharp, Ruby, Python, Perl, PHP. One can also integrate different APIs with Selenium project or tool. Java Framework APIs, JUnit and TestNG. Other popular APIs: Apache POI, Log4j API, JBehave, Cucumber, Mail API, Reporting API, and Database Connectivity API. We can also integrate continuous integration tools with the Selenium automation tool, such as Apache, Ant, Jenkins, GitHub, Tortoise SVN, Maven, and so on. One can also design the very popular project-specific automation frameworks: data-driven framework, keyword-driven framework, hybrid, page factory framework. Point to be noted here: page factory framework is Selenium specific. And the Selenium components, here we go. Selenium has 4 components: Selenium IDE, Selenium Integrated Development Environment, Selenium RC, Remote Control Server, Selenium Grid, Selenium WebDriver. To understand a bit on Selenium IDE, who created Selenium IDE? Selenium IDE was created by Shinya Kasatani from Japan. Selenium IDE is a Firefox add-on and works only with a Firefox. Selenium IDE is a record and run feature of Selenium tool. Coming to the second component of Selenium, Remote Control Server, how Selenium RC got originated. Another software engineer at ThoughtWorks, Paul Hammond, decided to create a server that will act as an HTTP proxy to trick the browser onto believing that Selenium core and the web application being tested. That was named as Selenium RC. Selenium RC is also called as Selenium 1. It was well supported by Jason Huggins as well. In the features of Selenium Remote Control Server, Selenium RC automates browsers. It automates web elements on the web pages. Selenium RC locates the web element on web page and it injects JavaScript on the browser. Selenium RC to support JavaScript need to start Selenium Remote Control Server on the local machine every time to run the test. Selenium RC does not support many browsers that blocks third-party injection, for example, Internet Explorer. Because of all these reasons, RC is officially deprecated and it's been replaced by WebDriver. Coming to Selenium Grid, who created Selenium Grid? Selenium Grid was developed by Patrick Lightbody. Patrick decided to work on the need of minimizing the test execution time as much as possible. So he created Grid to run the tests on different browsers, operating systems, and machines simultaneously. Coming to the best component, popular component of Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver origin. Simon Stewart created the Selenium WebDriver in 2006 when he was a lead software engineer at Google. Selenium WebDriver directly speaks with the native browser code. Selenium WebDriver has a separate class implemented for every browser. For example, for Chrome, there is a Chrome driver class. For Internet Explorer, there is an Internet Explorer driver class implemented. Selenium WebDriver is an interface. It's an API. It's a huge set of jar files. Selenium WebDriver features. Selenium WebDriver has overcome the drawbacks, challenges faced in RC, predominantly JavaScript injection and server start on local machine every time. Awesome features of Selenium WebDriver. No JavaScript injection, no server start. It supports iPhone, Android drivers. It also has event listener and it supports object extraction in bulk and many more features available. Why Selenium is happening tool or hot cake in the IT industry right now. Selenium is an open source, a free functional automated testing suite tool for web-based applications across multiple browsers and platforms. There is zero cost involved in using Selenium. Completely backed by Google developers. It gives the flexibility to work with the different programming languages. Selenium is primarily a web-based automation testing tool. 95% of the clients would like to have the web application than standalone and client server to run the business and to make more profit. So it's very popular Selenium automation tool right now in the industry. And Selenium market prediction in 2017. Currently in 2016, around 55% of the new projects using Selenium WebDriver as functional automation testing tool. It is expected to increase dramatically by 70% at the end of 2016. As per United States, many popular market survey research reports, 90% of the new projects will be using Selenium WebDriver testing tool in the year of 2017. Or licensed tools. It means most of the licensed tools will be completely replaced by open source. So this is a brief about introduction and components of Selenium tool. Now, before we go ahead and end up the session, I'm happy to answer your questions. Please post your questions in chat so that I can pick them one by one. Let me go to chat here. right? Oh yes, I could see a couple of questions. Right, let me pick the first question. A question from Rachna. Do I need to learn Selenium Java J2 EE to work with Selenium? No. Rachna, you no need to learn Java J2 EE to work with Selenium. You just need to learn core Java. That's more than enough. Right. I have second question from Suresh. If the application and the test or application is developed in Python, do I need to write Python code in WebDriver to test? No, not necessarily. You can write any programming language code to test, which is mentioned earlier, 6 programming languages. You can test with Java, C Sharp, Perl, PHP, even though application is being developed by using Python programming. Right. Right. The third question I could see from Sweta. Sweta asked, can I learn Selenium in 3 weeks? Yes, Sweta. Definitely you can learn Selenium within 3 weeks, but it depends on how much amount of time you put or spend in learning the Selenium, because it needs a lot of practice and a dedication. Right? Let's go to the next question. Here we go. Question from Ravi. Ravi asked, I know QTP well. Does this help me in learning Selenium? Ravi, yes, definitely it's going to help you, because QTP and Selenium both are functional automation testing tool. The concepts such as synchronization, object identification, repository, almost similar in both of the tools, the way they work. Right, but the programming language differs. Right, cool. The next question from Akshay. Does this training help me in cracking Selenium interview? Akshay, sure, definitely it's going to help you. I will guarantee 200%, because most of the trainees who got trained by me, most of them are working in the companies now. Right. So the question from Preeti, how can I join the Selenium training? Right, pretty simple. You just need to send an email to softwaretrainingworld@gmail.com. Right. So I need a help on my current Selenium project. Will you be able to help me? Yes, Karan, definitely I'm going to help you. Why not? I do help you, and already I have helped a lot of people on their projects. Right? Any questions? I've answered all the questions which were posted in the chat. Right? If there is no question, there are no questions, I'm going to wind up now. All right. Cool, guys. Thank you so much for joining the training. And if you're watching the Selenium video by Software Training World, questions, queries, reach out to me on my email ID softwaretrainingworld@gmail.com. For more information, you can log into my website www.softwaretrainingworld.com.